Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos.
A big welcome back to the channel, everybody. Craig and I have had a long break and we are extremely excited to present to you season 5, and that is CAPE2KRUGER. It's been a break for us, but this has been a long-awaited trip. We haven't yet traveled into these areas, and the break that we've had is going to really be well worth it. We have covered incredible ground and gone into the most beautiful places, and we are super excited to show you everything that we've been up to.
Absolutely, it's been an incredible season. Obviously, we were on the road for a full 30 days, and obviously it's a massive variety of different kinds of landscapes and roads, from the lush vegetation of the garden route. Remember, we're in the first week of June now. So all that lush vegetation and green garden route right up into the Eastern Cape, and then going into KZN, the very, very dry landscape and the dry brown grass of KZN and the Drakensberg, past Clarence and into the Free State and along the Swaziland border, where it starts to get a little bit more lush again. And arriving at Kruger Park, just an absolutely amazing journey. We spent 16 days on the entire route from Cape to Kruger. Then we spent 5 days in Kruger and 4 days on the Panorama route, finishing in Waterval-Boven at the historical stone circles. Then we made our way back to Cape Town. It's an absolutely amazing array of landscapes and footage that we've captured over the last month.
Just to add to what Craig has said, the contrasts have been unbelievable. I mean, we've experienced snow.
Yeah.
And when we got to Kruger, the microclimate in Kruger National Park was just incredible. We were wearing shorts and t-shirts a lot of the time. It was really like midsummer. So I think this trip has been wonderful in that we've experienced so many different climates, so many different landscapes, and of course Kruger has been phenomenal.
Now let's talk about the CAPE2KRUGER route. Of course there isn't one definitive route, but what we try to do is avoid the N1 and the N2 as much as possible. We've got 3 routes, and at the end of the series, on the final episode, episode 10, we're going to publish all 3 routes that you can download, and you're going to be able to use those routes to travel with. There's the green route, which is 100% tar the entire way for normal vehicles and motorcycles that can't do gravel. Then there's the blue route, which does easy gravel and tar, so most SUVs will do the easy gravel. And then there's the red route that does all the hardcore gravel, and it crosses over with the blue and the green at various stages. But the red route has got the Attakwaskloof and it's got Baviaanskloof. It's got some of the Eastern Cape passes in it. And this is the thing, is that you have to choose a route that's suitable for your vehicle and your driving experience. So we're going to bring you 3 different routes, and throughout the series we talk about where the routes are, where we are in relation to the blue and the green route, and you'll see lots of diagrams and you'll see lots of maps showing where we are and where the various routes go.
And if you're wondering where we are in this absolutely beautiful setting, we are at Bonnydale Holiday Farm in Attakwaskloof, and they have this incredible dam, and we got here just at the right time.
If you're looking for detailed paper maps of the garden route, the Tracks4Africa Cape to Addo paper map series offers 4 double-sided 1 in 200,000 individual paper maps. Highlights, suggested routes and attractions along the garden route are featured on the maps. They can be purchased individually or in a 4-map bundle. Visit the Tracks4Africa shop website to place your order. Links in the description below. Finally, the time to get on the road and start the mega trip to Kruger National Park has arrived. Coming in from Stellenbosch, we join the R45 route from Cape Town to Franschhoek via Helshoogte Pass and Peniel on the R310.
So our journey has started to Kruger National Park. Now we've got the next 16 days to get there, And obviously the first part of it is going right the way through the garden route, and on the red route we're choosing to go through the Attakwaskloof, through Baviaanskloof, and then on some of the back roads through Suurbraak East and up to Hogsback. That takes us into the Eastern Cape. Now, the perfect season, or the recommended season to do this entire route, Cape to Kruger, is probably the month of May. Simply because if you try to do it in June and July, there's obviously a lot more rain on the garden route, and the chances of getting snowfall in the Eastern Cape Highlands area, especially along Berkeley East and up to Rhodes and Naudé's Neck, is very high during June and July. So the perfect time would have been May, but unfortunately Kirsten and I were guiding a motorcycle group tour from Cape Town through Namibia, Botswana, all the way to Vic Falls for the month of May. So we weren't available to film this. So today, 1st of June, we're getting on the road, and we hope that the weather will be okay. There's a bit of cloud and stuff around now, but we've done a long-range forecast, and it does look like next week there's a lot of snow coming to the Drakensberg. And that's early June. So in the first sort of 2 weeks of June, that's generally quite unusual. It's usually later in June and July that the snow hits those areas. But let's see how it goes. We just have to take it as it comes.
There is still ongoing construction on the west side of the Franschhoek Pass, following massive storm damage in 2023. Yes, 2023. After crossing the Attakwaskloof Dam Bridge, we travelled along the Draaiberg Road to meet the R43, then turned off onto the gravel Helderstroom Road to Genadendal. Genadendal was founded by George Schmidt, a German missionary of the Moravian Church, who settled in April 1738. Genadendal was the first mission station in southern Africa. Its original name was, believe it or not, Baviaanskloof, but it was renamed Genadendal in 1806. Genadendal was the place of the first teachers' training college in South Africa, founded in 1838. After Genadendal, we passed through Greyton and onto the picturesque R406 gravel road running along the Riviersonne-End mountain range to eventually meet the N2 just before Riviersonne-End.
Absolutely fantastic to be on the road again. It's a beautiful, beautiful winter's day, and it is day one. We've just left Swellendam, we've refueled, and we are going to be entering Addo Pass quite soon. Well, in fact, first Suurbraak, then Addo Pass into Berrydale, and our destination for the day is Bonnydale Holiday Farm.
They haven't had a lot of rain there, and what I'm really hoping is that the river levels are low so we can get across the river and up the actual Attakwaskloof Pass itself, which is something really, really, really spectacular, and it's quite steep, rocky steps, so it'll be a good test for the Jimny. Once we're through Berrydale, we'll take the Brandrivier turn-off onto the gravel, and that takes us right down the Langeberg range and across the Gouritz River, and then up onto the top of Kluter's Pass, where we then turn off into the actual Attakwaskloof itself. And from there it's 20 kilometers of quite a 4x4 road, although you don't need to engage four-wheel drive. It's quite pebbly and stony, and some of the hills you can end up spinning. So in parts I generally do engage four-wheel drive just to make the driving a little bit easier, but it's incredibly spectacular, and we're looking forward to doing that section of Oxwagon Trail again, and hopefully tomorrow morning we can go up the mountain.
Trudeau Pass is very well known on the garden route and is the most scenic link between the N2 and the Route 62, where we will join the green route. The red and blue routes are exactly the same until entering the Attakwaskloof. After Barrydale, we joined the R327 Brandrivier gravel road following alongside the Langeberg mountain range across the Gouritz River to the top of Klutus Pass, where we entered the Attakwaskloof. From the entrance gate, it's 20 kilometers to Bonnydale Holiday Farm, on one of the most stunning and adventurous gravel roads on the entire garden route. 4x4 is not required, but high clearance and good gravel tires are advised. There are several farm gates along this road. All must be kept closed after passing through. In the next episode, we put the Jimny to the test as we cross the river and climb the challenging and rocky Attakwaskloof route to the old toll house. We traverse the Kamanasi region into Prince Alfred's Pass and travel to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Baviaanskloof.